Hi there, I'm Scott Lowe with Actual Tech Media. I'm here today at Stratoscale headquarters where I'm joined by Ariel Maislos, who is the CEO and co-founder of the company. Ariel, thank you for having us here today.
Hi Scott, welcome.
So have you heard about the hybrid cloud?
A little bit, yes.
It's a thing now, apparently.
Indeed.
So Stratoscale is doing some interesting things around enabling IT organizations and businesses to adopt hybrid cloud stances, basically.
Yep.
Can you give us a bit of an overview of what's happening?
Well, I mean, we believe that hybrid is about having some freedom, where to deploy your applications. Today, hybrid is mostly about where my data is sitting. Some of it is sitting in the public cloud, some of them is sitting in my enterprise environment. We think it's all about the applications. The applications should have that same freedom of mobility the way that data has today. So we've been working diligently to make sure that applications can move back and forth from the public cloud to the enterprise. And I'm not talking about exclusively legacy applications. It's about the modern applications as well. We're seeing that the cloud is becoming the new operating system. Applications are designed for the cloud the same way that Microsoft Windows was the operating system of the past. So being able to take an application that was designed to run in the cloud and run it inside of the enterprise is what Stratoscale is enabling.
And you have support for a lot of open source databases and things like that today that you've been working on for the last year, and there's more coming. What are some of the platforms you're supporting today? And if you can, what's down the road?
Well, we support an extensive set of managed open source. We're seeing that when building applications, developers are taking advantage of open source, but they want to access it as if it was SaaS. That's actually what the public cloud is offering. A set of APIs that allow you to take advantage of extensive set of open source platforms. So today, Stratoscale is offering database services, things like MySQL and Postgres in multiple flavors, even MariaDB, and things like Cassandra for clustered databases. We've recently added support for MongoDB and also for Redis as, again, scale-out clustered databases. In addition to that, again, we have other types of services that are open source in nature that we enable, things like Kubernetes and container registries and managed queuing services that allow you to, again, deal with much more modern applications.
For customer adoption, what are you seeing more of today? Are you seeing more virtual machine-based things, or are you seeing people really starting to jump into containers more?
That's a great question, Scott. We're seeing actually that there's no one religious view of the world, that everything is containers or everything is VMs. In fact, it's a little bit of both. Across all of our customer base, we're seeing extensive use of Kubernetes for container orchestration, side by side with legacy applications sitting inside of VMs. And our customers want to have those different applications converse with each other because they're taking actually many times a legacy application and they're extending it with containerized technology. So these two components have to play nice together. They have to communicate. They have to be sitting on the same platform.
I'm actually happy to hear that there's not a religious worldview among people on these things, because they are complementary technologies.
Absolutely.
And this idea of virtual machines versus containers has always felt like a fallacy to me. That it doesn't need to be
No, it's not
either
one or the other. And I mean, looking at new technologies down the road, things like serverless. Again, serverless is not going to replace containers the same way that containers are not going to replace VMs. We're going to see the entire spectrum
work together.
Absolutely.
So what's next for Stratoscale? What are you working on that you're willing to talk about on camera today?
Well, working together, I think, is the theme for us. When you're talking about cloud-native applications, it's about a lot of these components that are conversing and are being tied together by the platform. To date, everything that we did is compatible with the AWS public cloud. And that allows you freedom and mobility moving between Amazon and your on-prem enterprise environment. We're working diligently on adding additional set of cloud providers at that compatibility layer to give you more freedom when you're working together with Google Cloud and together with your Azure public cloud.
So the big three.
Yes.
Very good. Ariel, thank you so much for having us in your
Thank you,
offices. And thank you to our audience for watching this video.